All right, we're just gonna go straight into week 2. Let's not even talk about week 1. I went 8-8. You know what? For week 1, I don't feel like that's that bad. Week 1's always hard, just like the last week of the year. Yeah, let's go right into it. Minnesota, Philly's a 7-point favorite. I like them 31-28. KC -3 at Jacksonville. KC 31-30 feels right to me. Las Vegas at Buffalo. Buffalo's favored by 8.5. I'm saying Buffalo 27-21. Seattle at Detroit, who's favored by 5.5. Close, but I got them by 5. 21-16 Detroit. Chargers -3 at Tennessee. Gonna clear that easy. 28-13. Baltimore at Cincy, 3.5-point favorite. Cincy will bounce back. 20-24. Just cover that spread. Green Bay -2 at Atlanta. Let's go 31-20. By the way, Jordan Love, my man, we're looking good. Happy Packer fan here. Chicago at Tampa -3. I think Chicago's gonna win 21-20. I can't believe Tampa actually beat Minnesota last week. Indy -1 at Houston. This might be the worst game in the history of the NFL. Both these teams are they're bad. Let's not sugarcoat it. They're absolute trash. 21-20. Watch them both have winning records this year. Now that I said that too. San Fran -7.5 at the Rams. San Fran 31-30. California love. By the way, speaking of that 27-year anniversary of Pac dying, R.I.P. Pac, got the UNLV on since he was a fan of their basketball team at least at one point. Where we at? Giants -5.5 against Arizona. Probably a good game for the Giants, or a good opponent for the Giants to have after that beatdown they received. 24-12. Arizona might be the one team I'm thinking that could be worse than Indy and Houston this year. Jets at Dallas -9. Give me Dallas 27-20. Washington at Denver -3.5. Denver, you're gonna score more than 16 this week. So they scored last week. I feel like every week last year they scored 16 too. I'll give you 19 this week, and I'll give me 14 for Washington. Miami -2.5 at New England. So I had New England losing 28-20 last week. I was close. 25-20. I think that was the closest I got on any game as far as like the actual score goes. I'm gonna say 28-20 again for New England to lose Miami. NOLA, New Orleans, -3 at Carolina. Yeah, New Orleans made me worried last week. I have high hopes for them, and they were not very good last week. At least they didn't look it, but again, week 1. Don't put too much stock into it. I'm going to say 21-16 New Orleans. Pittsburgh is going to bounce back at a Cleveland team that's somehow favored by 2 points at Pittsburgh. Cleveland was a fluke last week. Somehow they have Cincy's number in the Joe Burrow era. I don't understand it. Pittsburgh 27-17. Let's talk about overreactions last week. There's a lot. Cincy's not going to be that bad. Cleveland's not going to be that good. Minnesota's not going to be that bad. Tampa's not going to be that good. I'm feeling more and more confident with time with Jordan Love. They was playing the Bears last week. Like, it's not the 85 Bears. Yeah. No, the Bears, I know we beat them, 38-20, and it was 38-14 up until near the end. I think they're going to actually be decent this year, like that 17 to 21st in the league overall kind of area. God, the NFC South. The NFC and AFC South. Listen, that part of the country, you got college ball. Clearly, NFL is just not your thing. I'm just gonna kill my wiper blades so we don't have to listen to that. Dallas, it doesn't matter. Dallas could go 17-0. The playoffs exist. The Giants won't be that bad. The Jets. I'm gonna be brutally honest. As a Packer fan, I booed Rodgers when he walked out on the field. Or sorry, jogged down the field carrying the American flag on 9/11. I booed him. I cheered when he got hit. He got hurt. I kind of clapped even. I'll admit I did because I didn't think it was serious. Then I woke up the next day and saw that their coach was fearful about a torn Achilles, which it obviously turned out to be. That hurts. Like, I feel legitimately like a trash person for cheering. Like, I want nothing best for Rodgers. He gave me and all the other Packers fans, 15 years as a starter. Great memories. Some heartbreak along the way. Some massive headaches along the way. But, dude, I hope he comes back. It can't end that way for him. It just cannot end that way. And I think, partially because of ego, I think he will be back, just to show he can. I did see an article or something from Sports Illustrated where he said, like, they came out, like, Saturday or Sunday, how he said he wants to be like Tom Brady, played at 45. That's not going to happen. If he comes back, it's 1 more year. I think we can acknowledge that. Yeah. Let's see. Is that player props? Let's talk MVP here. I think right now, I had this feeling last week, and I wish I went back to it before this first game where he went off and was the best quarterback in week 1, because now his odds have just, like, plummeted. Tua. But, like, at the same time, do we trust him to stay healthy enough to even be mentioned in the MVP category? Again, I still like, this is going to sound weird saying a receiver, if Minnesota turns it around like I think they will, Justin Jefferson. I'm trying to think, Carly. We're one weekend. I can't even imagine, like, trying to think who could be MVP at this point. Besides the obvious, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, some of the obvious ones. Obviously, Rodgers is out now. I am sorry to anyone who bet on him. Right now, I don't know, maybe let Tua have another bad game or two here and there. If his odds, start going, like, I think they're plus 750 last I saw. They go back to, like, plus 1100 or so. It would start to really grab my attention again. But again, I really don't like that. It's such a subjective thing to, like, try to pick an MVP. It's voted on. It would be like trying to pick who's going to play in the national title. It's like trying to pick that. At least now you have a playoff, so it's legitimate. But, like, before the playoffs in college football, trying to pick, who's going to be the player for the national title. It's like, you have some random people voting on 2 teams. Yeah. No, screw it. Let's read last week's losses. For me were KC, Pitt, Minnesota, Cincy, Carolina, the Chargers, Seattle, and the Giants. My wins were Jacksonville, Baltimore, Washington, New Orleans, Philly, Vegas, Green Bay, and the Jets. Can't believe I actually had the Jets win. Yo! Wow. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong column. I was about to say, hey, guess who picked the Jets score correctly? But no. That was the results. I feel like I'm saying a lot more than I did last week. I know. Are the Rams back? Is that an open? I guess that'll be the cue to talk about in the comments. Actually, what's your favorite overreaction that you've heard after week 1? Put that in the comments. What is your favorite overreaction? Because there's a lot of them. There's a lot after week 1. This is the ultimate time to play Monday morning quarterback, Also, let's just talk about ESPN making Josh Allen sound like he's the worst quarterback on the face of the planet all of a sudden. Like, I understand, like, last year ended a little rough. And this week wasn't good, but, like, he was on the Madden cover. We all knew he wasn't going to be able to do well this year. Like, that's not allowed. Yeah, so comments. Favorite or least favorite overreaction after week 1? And what is your go-to bet? Yeah, hopefully it's a bounce back week. College football, hopefully treat me better. I'll start going over that more, I think, when I have some more free time. So, like, after I move down to Florida in November, hopefully I'll have a little more free time and I could get more into college ball. Unfortunately, by then I'll be like 2/3 of the way over besides the bowl games. I'll definitely cover the bowl games. We'll go hard on the bowl games for sure in the playoffs and stuff. Iowa State last week messed my parlay up, and I only took them because they have such a great history of beating better teams, like in-state rival Iowa. But yeah. There's another prompt for you in the comments. Who are your playoff teams for college football? Right now, I'd say also, before I say my 4 teams, my regret so far of the year was not taking Texas over Bama. I almost did it. And I almost took Bama because I was hoping to kind of jinx them. I didn't have to, clearly. Should have taken Texas. My 4 playoff teams, though, I guess for now. Let's go with Georgia, the obvious one. I just don't see anyone knocking them off anytime soon. I do think Texas could make it. I just don't see anyone else in that conference right now giving them a fight. And it's going to be an easy, like, in the Big 12. It's a pretty clear-cut path. And I have faith in Ewing's. I don't want to say USC, I hate them. But there's just that gut feeling that someone might ruin it for, like, Earth their season. But at the same time, the Pac-12 is so good this year. And even if they do have a loss, as long as they win the Pac-12, or even if they go undefeated, lose the Pac-12, they can still get in. So, yeah. And as a Notre Dame fan, I want to say Notre Dame. But I know how this goes. I mean, if we could beat SC and Ohio State, absolutely. I'm not saying Ohio State. I don't think this is... Georgia, yeah, if I had to pick right now, gun to my head, have to pick. Georgia, Texas, USC, Penn State. Let's hear it in the comments below. Till next time, let's all hope for a better week 2. And though personally it was great. Both Green Bay, my lifelong team, the Packers, my home team in Las Vegas, the Raiders, my beloved Notre Dame, they all won. Bama lost, and UNLV only lost by 28. We were 30.5-point underdogs. I thought we would lose like 56-3. So I count that as a moral win. But yeah, till next time, week 2 of the NFL season. Hit it hard, and good luck to everyone out there. See you next time.